You've done it before, haven't you? You've started world after world and barely played on any of them. Open Minecraft, scroll through your world list. Do you play on any of these regularly? Well, if not, then this video is for you. So delete all of those useless worlds and smack the create new world button, because this is the last survival world you will need to make for years to come. The first step is one that you may have heard before, but it really is true. This tip is to not rush your play experience, especially the early game. If you consider yourself a good Minecraft player, your early game experience probably goes something like this, at least it does for me. Punch 3 logs, make a wooden pickaxe, mine 3 stone, make a stone pickaxe, mine more stone, make stone tools, go mining, get iron gear, then diamond gear, build a small enchanting set, make a speed grinder, go to the nether, defeat the dragon, and get elytra. Boom, you've speedrun the early game. But you may not realize how much you're missing out on when you do this. In the early game, hostile mobs, for instance, are actually a threat, which kind of makes it more fun. When you have max armor, a zombie or two is more of a nuisance than anything else. After beating the dragon, go back to your home base and look at it. It probably isn't very pretty or impressive since you've spent most of your time grinding like a maniac. And if you grabbed an elytra while in the end, you no longer need any other type of transportation. Horses, boats, minecarts, and even walking have now been rendered as useless as a flip phone. Maybe you've even created a small iron farm, which is good, but now you don't have to mine for iron anymore. And considering that mine is literally the name of the game, at least partly, you're possibly depriving yourself of fun experiences that the game is all about. It's actually kind of a paradox, because if you want to play on a world for a long time, then why are you attempting to be so quick and efficient with everything? It makes sense to slow things down, to make it last longer, like a good piece of candy. So, how do you do this? For starters, try not to speedrun the start. Punch a few extra logs. Even maybe make a set of wooden tools and use those for a while. When you upgrade to stone tools, maybe you wait, build a starter base before mining for iron. And when you do go mining, build a cool mine entrance instead of just a hole in the ground. Remember, Minecraft is a creative game. It probably has less adventuring and survival elements than you think. In a similar vein to tip 1, tip 2 is also about slowing down the game by starting small with your projects. Rather than building a dirt hut and then moving on to plan your mega base, try building an actually nice starter base first. You can even build your starter base with the thinking that you will expand it and upgrade it later and turn it into your mega base. Rather than cramming all of your stuff in a tiny base, you'll have room to put everything now. You can even build dedicated buildings for each thing if you want. Make a building for your storage system, another for your enchanting setup, and then maybe connect them all with paths to make a nice little village. Whatever you do, just don't start planning your mega base without even having a starter base yet. Try applying the same logic to farms as well. Instead of building the best mob farm immediately, start with just what you need. You can slowly upgrade to better ones as time goes on, giving you more projects to work on, thus expanding the lifespan of your world. This relates to tip 3 as well, which is to not plan too big all at once. It can be tempting to commit to a massive epic idea for a build, but chances are you have no idea what you're getting yourself into. It's easy to get overwhelmed and lose motivation when working on yet another layer of your massive tree, which is nowhere near finished yet. While dreaming big is fine, I recommend breaking it down into smaller stages, each with its own project. Then you can have the satisfaction of finishing a project which, in the end, will contribute to an even bigger project down the road. For example, you can see this in the latest season of Hermitcraft, Season 10, as many of the members, including Mumbo, Joel, and Impulse, are all building large projects that are made of many smaller builds. This is a good thing to try if you get stuck on building something large, and directly relates to tip number 4, which is that you should have multiple projects going at once. I know it sounds like a bad idea, multiple projects when I can't even finish one. Actually, it's a good tactic to stay motivated. If you've been working on the same thing for a long time, it can get boring. Especially when you're collecting your resources for what feels like 10 years only to find that you don't have anywhere near enough yet. So, if you begin to feel that way about a build, start something else. If you get tired of building your castle, go make a spaceship in the void in the end, or maybe you're just tired of creative building in general, so go make a big redstone machine. Remember, it's supposed to be fun, so as soon as it's not fun anymore, then do something else. Eventually, you will return back to your castle and think, I want to finish this, and then you will. Tip number 5 is to add extra challenge to your world in some way. What I mean by this is to decide on something you want to commit to early on and then keep doing that the whole time. This could be a storyline that you want to build into your world, and the lore and characters you can create to go with it. Or it could be a challenge you set for yourself, such as to only eat vegetables or to play the game without using furnaces. Possibilities are endless, and you can even combine them. Just come up with a personal challenge or story you want to create, and it can help you make decisions about what to build and where and how. People are more creative with constraints, so think some up for yourself if you ever get stuck. You could try collecting every block or tracking down the rarest mob. Just try something new and chances are you'll be surprised at how much the game has to offer that you didn't really know about before. And what do you know? A bonus tip. This tip is one that I hope you already knew, but don't ever cheat. fastest way to ruin your motivation to play a survival Minecraft world is to cheat. Don't go into creative mode, don't use any OP item duping, don't use chunk base to find everything. Remember, like I said earlier, the point is to play longer on the world and create something you're proud of, not to cut corners in an attempt to unnecessarily save time. The journey is the destination, and once a project is done, you've already had most of the fun with it that you will ever have. Cheating in loads of free stuff is cheap and breaks the immersion in a big way, so don't do it if you want to keep playing on the same world for very long. I hope that some of the tips in this video have helped you stay motivated to play on a world for even longer. I myself haven't played on Minecraft Survival in quite a while since my series that I did on this YouTube channel called JoeCraft. I am planning, however, to start up a new one, so if you would like to see my progress on that, check out my live streams, which will be coming soon. But in any case, YouTube thinks that you will like this video showing up on your screen, so give it a try right after creating your brand new Minecraft world. Good luck, and have fun.